There are different ways that we can make holes in objects. The first method I'm going to show you is just a simple extrusion. I created two boxes here. They are extrusion surfaces, valid extrusion, and they are closed. Let's imagine we have a couple of circles that I'm just going to put here, and let's use our array function to repeat these, maybe 2 in the x direction, maybe 5 in the in the y. Snap to our quadrant and just do a quick array of these. I'm not being very precise where exactly they're located, but let's assume we have something like this. You'll notice that the curves are at the bottom of that surface, even though it might seem like you were putting them at the top here. Whichever view you work in, Rhino assumes that you're putting those curves onto the construction plane that you're working on. So in the top construction plane, it's going to actually align to that construction plane, as you can see here. So how do we get those up there to the surface? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is explode this, and I'll show you in a minute why. Because I want all these surfaces to be separate. So I'm just going to move that to the side so you can see what I mean. So you see I've sort of exploded this rectangle into different surfaces. Put those back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is select these curves, just the curves, not the surface, and I'm going to use the command project, and it's asking me select the surfaces, polysurfaces, and meshes to project onto. So what this is going to do is project these curves onto a surface that you specify. You're also going to tell it in which direction. In my case, it's in the Z direction, up. So now all I need to do is select the surface that I want to project on, which is, oh, not that one, not that one. It's, got to be careful here. Selecting all the wrong surfaces, so command unselect. The one that I want is this top one. There we go. That's the one that I want. And I say done, and you'll see that these are very neatly on top of that surface. Now what I can do is select those again, and I can extrude them. I can also extrude in different depths. So let's say each second one I want to extrude at a certain depth, not that one, this one. Okay, here we go. Extrude, curve, and I'm going to go to my front view. Now if I want to extrude all the way through, I'm obviously going to go all the way through like this, and you'll see here in the perspective view. But if I only want to go halfway, say, let's go here and do this. So you'll see I've extruded halfway, and now what I can do is a Boolean difference. But the first thing you want to do is join this surface again. So I'm going to select all my surfaces here. Okay, and do a quick Boolean union. And now we have one polysurface here. So let's go in here and do a quick Boolean difference. Boolean difference. Select surfaces or surfaces to subtract from, which is this one. Press enter, and now I'm going to select these little guys here, and you'll see that I made those holes there. Similarly, we can also use our gumball. Let's say I want these to go all the way through. What I'm actually going to do is lift these up into Z space, and now I'm going to use this little dot here on the gumball and pull this down. I can also do it from the front view. Boop, all the way down. And now let's do another Boolean difference. Boolean difference, subtract from this. Now we're selecting these guys. Press enter, and you'll see that those holes go all the way through.